Good morning. Happy Sunday. Just getting all centered and grounded. I'm waiting for my bat signal to go out. See if I can get a few people to join me. I have to do this quickly today. I do have something going on at 11, so we're going to do this. Get the juices flowing. Everyone's energy built up. It's a Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday here in the mountains. Cloudy, a little rainy, but every day is beautiful, right? Every day in these mountains is gorgeous. So I'm blessed to be here and thankful for every second that I get to spend here. It's a place I've always wanted to be so many times. I look at my memories, it's where I've dreamt of being, and I'm here. I wake up here every day, so I'm grateful and thankful this morning. Grateful and thankful. It's the best way to start the day. There's one. I see one starting to gather. Come on in. Come on in. Kuan Yin has been very, very present today. Lots of good energy flowing. A beautiful message today about letting go. As usual, I do a lot of letting go, but it really is. We're in a place of, we are powerful creators, and we create the energy of things happening, right? Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Robert Dosa. So that's what it's going to be all about today, is learning to let go. We create. It's very difficult for the human mind to wrap around the idea that we aren't supposed to hold on and control things, right? It's like we think, all right, this is what we want, and we got to make it happen. We got to physically make it happen. You've already made it happen. You've already created the energy. It has already happened in another dimension. That thing that you were creating, that thing that you were, whether it be negative or positive, hopefully positive, that thing that you were creating has already been created. It's just a matter of getting yourself into the flow and letting it flow right to you, letting yourself flow down to it, whichever way. And I am working on that again today myself. And the message came through Kuan Yin very, very strongly. It's remembering what beautiful creators we are. That you are a beautiful creator, that you create the energy that moves mountains, that creates flowers, that allows for a more beautiful planet to exist on. And I think that's Angel. My eyes aren't so good this morning. Good morning. And you also can create the negativity. You know, we have the power to create either direction. So as we're going through and we're raising our vibration, hi Kimberly, that's what I'm seeing. As we're raising our vibration up higher and higher, we want to maintain that vibration without trying to control. That's where we lose. That's where we lose our legging. It is, oh, I feel really good. I have raised my vibration so high. I've been thankful and grateful for everything that is in my world and all the love and everything here. And then that other part of us comes in and says, but what about this? Or don't you want to do that? Can't we, how can we pull this in more quickly? How can we do this? How can we do that? Because that very egoic side of us is still thinking that it needs to control, that it needs to keep us from danger, and it needs to, it's always trying to control things. And the reminder this morning is that control part of us is the part of us that's keeping us from our most beautiful creations. So as you go into meditation, whatever way you're doing it, whatever it is that you're really seeking in this physical incarnation this time, and you know that you have a right to that because you do. You are the royal heritage. Don't look around you and see the physical, that one's got all this and that one's got all that. That's not what we're talking about. You hold the energy of the creator. You hold this beautiful creative energy that is amazing. All you got to do is really, really focus your energy, and flowers pop up. And the world becomes a more beautiful place. And I know you've forgotten who you are. So once again, I'm here to remind you. You are a magnificent creator. In the stuff, it'll come to you. It'll flow in. That stuff. Those financial resources, they come as a secondary to the energy that you are creating. So as you go out into the world, if you would turn your focus away from those things that bring you stress, those things that make you worry, turn your focus away, because as you focus on those things, that is what you're creating. You are the creator. You're creating by focusing on the negative. You're creating more negative. So it's a constant practice. It's a practice of, I'm going to turn my focus. You have to retrain your brain. You have to rewire it. Hi, Tammy Fisk. Good morning. Good morning, Carol. I snuck in on you, didn't I? So it's recreating, it's rewiring the brain so that as you go out into life, as you're laying in bed in the morning and those worries start, you have to go, no, no, we're not starting the day in that place of worry or fear. We're starting that day in the place of gratitude and love and gratefulness for everything, everything, for the flowers that are growing. You can always find something if you look around. I know your world might be really messed up, but if you look around, you can find that flower. You can see that little frog climbing up the tree. I love tree frogs. You can see the little skunks crossing wherever they are. They're kind of cute too. Have you ever seen a mama and a bunch of babies? They're so cute. You know, yes, they're stinky, but they're very cute. There's so much on the planet to be grateful, to be thankful for. The rain that's falling down, that's keeping us from drought. I'm grateful for that. I've spent some time in California living here in a rainforest. I'm grateful for this wet stuff that's falling, that's creating that energy of green growth and brand new life. I'm grateful for that. So you can always, hi Jenna, good morning. So exactly, focusing on the abundance. Focus on the abundance. It's not that you're being ridiculous. Most of the world has taught us that if we don't focus on those things that we're afraid of, if we don't try to cover and take care of this and this and this and this, then we're failing. If we're not prepared for 10 years down the line, if we don't have, you know, a huge amount in a 401k so that we can retire someday, if we don't have this, if we don't have that we're failing somehow. We're not, because all you really have is right here, right now. And are you okay right here, right now? And yes, the answer is always yes to that question. Right here, right now, all is well, all is well, all is well. Keep telling yourself that, all is well. And when you do that, 10 years from now takes care of itself. 2 minutes from now takes care of itself. It's you getting into the energy of allowing yourself to be at peace, to be in gratitude, that creates more peace and more gratitude and more things to be thankful for. We have completely forgotten how energy works, haven't we? Here we are, all these magical creatures. We're playing around on other planets. We're like, boom, made that flower. Boom, made that mountain. Pow, 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 pow. That's what it's like on the other side. You don't have to have a house on the other side if you don't want to, because you don't have a physical body that needs to be kept warm. And yet, on the other side, if you choose to have a beautiful home, a great big mansion in the sky, all you got to do is think it and create it in that beautiful imagination. And it just happens. And here on this heavy planet, it does the same thing. It just takes longer. It just takes more of you being patient, you being just in that place of gratitude, and knowing that you have created it and that it is in existence because you asked for it. And so then it's a matter of just, okay, I don't need to keep asking the universe, God, whoever you talk to, I don't need to keep asking them the same thing over and over and over again. You're like wasting your breath. And they're like, okay, we already got it. Stop wasting your breath on this. Just let go, please. That's what Kuan Yin is trying to tell you today. Just let go. Just let go. Don't try to control things so very much. Learn to let go and to relax and to know that you are so very loved, absolutely cherished. That's right, Carol. We're only guaranteed this present moment. So why have we been trained up to try to take care of all of our future? You know, that's all Steve did, was try to take care of the future, try to take care of the future all the time. He just spun his wheels trying to take care of what's out there, what's out there. And I always said, but what about right now? What about right now? We don't know how much time we've got. So bring it back. Bring it back. You don't know that you're here tomorrow. You don't know that you're here in 5 minutes. Are you okay right now? Doesn't it make it a whole lot easier to just focus on right now? Doesn't it feel better? That's how we're wired. We need to be going to what it feels like. Don't get out of the logic, get out of all that programming. How do you feel right now? Do you feel at peace? Do you feel good? Does it feel like you're able to relax? And if you're not able to right in this moment, what is it that's stopping that? Work on that right in this moment. What do I need to let go of? Because really, it's not a matter of fixing something. It's just letting go. If your mind is trying to create a big worry for you, it does all the time, Just let it go. Just say, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stay in my bliss today. I'm staying. Because I don't know how many of you are followers of Abraham Hicks, but that's what she talks about, Esther Hicks. That's what they talk about when they say getting into the vortex. The vortex is nothing complicated at all. The vortex is being in that place of bliss. How nice is it to just live in a place of bliss? To be, okay, that person needs healing. I'm going to go right now. I'm going to go immediately into a healing and a clearing for that person. I'm going to do what I came here to do, which is my biggest goal in life. If someone says I need healing, it just comes through now. There's no like, oh, I got to have a big production. It's like, no, I'm just doing what I came here to do, filtering that energy, allowing that healing, that clearing to come through to whoever it needs to come through to. I'm not going to worry about how much I'm charging people. I'm not going to worry about how this gets done and how that gets done. I just do what I came here to do. And I do it in the best way I know how. And I allow for myself to sit in the peace of it and knowing that I'm doing exactly what I came here to do. And there is such bliss in that moment of fulfilling your purpose. And that's what it feels like. That's intuition. Intuition says yes. People are always asking, am I on my path? Of course you are. You're always on your path. Will you open up to the greatness that you are? Will you allow yourself to remember that you're a creator of incredible energy, and that all around you, the world becomes more beautiful? I used to think, here's how our programming develops, okay? I used to think that when I finally got to that place after Steve died and I allowed myself to fully come into my own, more and more and more, I would look around and I'd see these gorgeous sunsets and the birds and all these things, and I'd think, wow, that just must be a gift to me because I'm more awake. And now I'm realizing that it is my, excuse me, it is my filter. It's my energy. It's my ability to create that makes the world more beautiful around me. Take that in. If the world looks really crummy, if everything's out to get you, it's your energy that's creating that. And if the world looks like magic, if you're sitting in a storybook cottage in the middle of a beautiful forest, someplace that you've always wanted to be, you are creating it. You are the creator. If the sunsets are more gorgeous, it's because it's filtering through your beautiful ability to create, and you suddenly see the colors in ways that you've never seen them before. That's you. That's not, the world has not changed. That's you. Your filter has changed. And your filter has changed in such a way that you are creating a more beautiful world for yourself. It's hard for us to fathom that, isn't it? We don't realize what creators we are. We think that everybody else has a big, like everybody else is controlling. And then there's God up in the clouds, and there's this and that. We give our power away all the time. You are part of that same creative energy that you are expecting that will do all the creation for you. You are a part of that. You are a creator. Take it in just little bits, little bites. You are a creator. Will you allow that to just sit with you for a little while? I've tried to tell other people this who are very much into their religion, and they're like, no, I'm not going to I'm not going to act like I'm God. And I'm like, okay, well, then you are a pawn out in the middle of a very crazy sea, and you're letting it pummel you and push you and knock you up and do what? That's not weird. And knock you out, knock you around. And it is taking you to a place that you don't necessarily want to be, because you have absolutely zero power. You have literally just given away all your power to a higher power that is sitting right there going, what do you choose? What do you choose to experience? Thank you for being on the planet. What are you choosing to experience right now? That love that's up there, there's no judgment, and there's no controlling energy. There's none of that lording over you. It is, what do you choose to experience? I love you so much. Thank you for going to the earth. Thank you for allowing yourself to go through this. Now, what do you choose? Are you ready to take responsibility for who you really are? Isn't that beautiful? Are you ready to take responsibility? This card is what set me off. It's one of my favorites. I'm going to show it to you, okay? Because, let me tell you just a little bit about this card from the book, because it's really amazing. Blossoms of the Sky Dancer. You and I Shh, don't tell anybody else this, okay? This is our secret. You and I are the sky dancers. And we are the ones who are flying through the sky and looking down on the earth and saying, wouldn't it be really, really beautiful to have a little grove right there? This little quiet grove. There's a nice, beautiful stream coming through, down through the mountain. And I believe that I would love to create some beautiful little white flowers, and then I'm going to throw some purple flowers in there, and I'm going to spread them across, and I want people to come along and go, wow, I want to stop and take pictures of those flowers. I want to give the world more beauty to see. Your energy is creating those beautiful moments for people because you are such a beautiful creator energy. The energy of you is creating the beauty on the earth. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Maybe you're not consciously saying, I want flowers there, but somewhere inside of you, it's happening. When you're sleeping at night, imagine those beautiful dreams that you're having. And you may not even remember that you're having them, but somewhere inside of you, that beautiful creator inside of you is forever, 24/7, creating energy. What kind of energy are you going to create today? That's the biggest question. Are you going to sit around and worry about not being able to pay bills? Or are you going to sit around and go, oh, I think I want to make some, let's do the Bob Ross today. I'm going to make some pretty little birds over there, some pretty little clouds up there. I know that the more I allow myself to flow into this energy, the more beautiful those clouds are. The more I see messages in the clouds, the more I see the trees turning so beautifully green and the flowers popping up everywhere. And my world becomes a fairy tale and I step right into it. Please allow yourself that bliss. Allow yourself to at least entertain the thought that you have something to do with this beautiful creation that you're stepping on every day. And take responsibility. Yeah, plant some flowers. That's beautiful, Kimberly. It is a gift. It's a gift to be alive right now and have this beautiful energy flowing through us. It's the first time. It's the first time we've ever gotten this far, you guys. We have never been able to get to a time. We have had moments of enlightening on the planet before. Moments of trying to wake up. Most of us were put to death for it. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Lock them up, put them to death, whatever it is. But here we are. We've made it. We've made it. I was just reminded a little while ago when I started talking about a book that I wanted to write when Steve was still with me, and I had it all planned out, and I've talked about it a few times. It was all about these people, mostly one in particular, but this girl, she would come to the planet, and she would have this job to do. She knew she came to the planet to do something, and every time somebody would discover, and they would end up chasing her down, she would die in one way or another. And then eventually, as time passed on the planet Earth, she came back in the right time. And there, to go further into it, I remember that there was a feminine energy that told all of this, the divine feminine goddesses that were on the planet at some point that we called witches or whatever we wanted to call them. She told them, I can't stand to see these beautiful creatures keep getting destroyed over and over and over again. And I can't stand to watch it anymore. So I'm gonna give them this cloud, this veil where it hides them, and they are gonna forget who they really are. And they're gonna be hidden walking the earth until the day when it's time to come back out, when it's time to let them shine again. And we are in that time right now. Let me be that waker-upper, that one that says, okay, I'm pulling the veil away now. Let yourself see who you really are. Be that magical being that you really are. Allow yourself to wake up. Allow yourself, please. We need to wake up and be who we came here to be so that we can change this planet, so we can bring beauty back, so that we can dispel all violence, all fear, so that we can walk this planet without being afraid anymore. Please, let's all work together to do that. It's your wake-up call. If you see this today, you came here for a purpose. Wake up. And I'm not talking to just women, Robert. I'm talking to all of us. We all have that beautiful, divine, feminine energy. Kuan Yin is so, that heat that comes in. Kuan Yin is so available to all of us. That beautiful energy of the healer, of the creator, the one that brings back the health to the planet, the vitality. So, yes, 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 Julie, I just saw you. Truly trust in the process. We are amazing. You're exactly right, Kimberly. Julie Kiss, I'm so glad you popped in. If I've missed anybody, let me know. Pop back up, Chet. I think you were the last one before Julie. So glad that you guys are here today. Happy Sunday to all of you. I know my imagination is wild. I do have a very, very wild imagination. I've cut my little child inside of me loose. She's just like, woo, having fun today. And she is ready to, she's ready to come forth in power and create. And I hope that I encourage you to come forth in whatever way. You don't have to believe everything I say. It's all my inner creator creating a fairy tale again, creating something more and more and more beautiful. A few years ago, I walked out into the woods and I wanted to create a home, a fairy tale home in the middle of, right at the bottom of a mountain, and just surrounded by trees and beauty. And every day I go out and walk the dog now, 4 years later. I go out and I walk my dog, and I'm walking through the mountains, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, oh gosh, look at you. You're here. I created you 4 years ago. I wanted to be here so badly, and now I am. And I walk up to this home, and it's covered in stone, and it's a fairy tale cottage. You are a creator. And we are creating more quickly than we have ever created before. It may have taken me 3 years. I've been here for a whole year. It may have taken me 3 years to fully manifest this creation, and yet I did it. And so I know that if I did it this way, and it's so perfectly beautiful, that imagine now, that was just a practice. Imagine now what I'm capable of doing. Come on, you guys. Feel your power as it courses through your veins. You can do this too. I trust you. I know you can do it. So glad, Julie. So glad. So glad. It's a beautiful time. This is me no longer covering up. I feel that energy coming through so strongly that it really is time for us to stop covering up the truth of who we are. We have for so long tried to be what other people want us to be. We've covered our power. We've covered our magic up for too long. It is time to come out and shine. So even if it makes other people uncomfortable, even if they look at me and go, well, she's really crazy. Well, guess what? They thought Einstein was crazy. They thought a lot of people were crazy until suddenly, look what they did. So it's okay to be a little crazy. Crazy is good. It's okay to be a lot crazy. We can all just be crazy together. We won't get locked up anymore. Know your magic. Feel it coursing through your veins. Can I shine your light exactly, Carol? You are so welcome, Julie. So I want you to please, I will be, you dreamt of making is that a bottle house? Hold on. I be dreamt of making a bottle house, simple and beautiful. Whatever that is, Kimberly, just keep dreaming. Just keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. You can create anything. Simple and beautiful is exactly perfect. We don't need that great big castle on the mountain anymore. I've lived lifetimes in castles. Just a cute little fairy tale forest. Storybook cottage is okay with me. It's perfect. Whatever it is that you long for, create it. Whether it be a relationship that you're longing for, whether it be a storybook cottage, whether it be a trip to Hawaii, whatever it is, see it. See it. Know it. Feel it in your veins. Feel that creation. And then let go a little, a lot. How many times do we go, oh, I want this? And then we start creating. We get in that creative energy and we're like, oh, and the train is moving. It's like, okay, boom, 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 boom. You know how trains make that funny sound as they're going over the tracks. And you get that train moving. and then you go, something in you starts trying to actually figure it out. And it's in that figuring out part that your train starts slowing back down again. You're like, how could I make that happen? Stop doing that part. Just stop the how part. Don't do the how. How, why, all that silly stuff. Don't do that. Hold on, I gotta have a drink. Try it out. So if you can skip that step, instead of trying to figure it out, and I still have to work on this myself, I still want to try to figure, I still want to control. It's all about letting go of control. That train's going to go, okay? As you're creating, it's coming up over a hill. So you're like creating, and you're sitting there in your imagination. You can see yourself, you can feel yourself someplace. You just know, you smell the pine trees. You just feel what that ground, that earth is going to feel like under your feet. You can lay your hands. When I first got to this house, I used to lay my hands. There's even stone walls on some of the inside walls, and I would be like, oh gosh. And all the walls are wood, dark, beautiful wood. It's all very, very organic. And I would walk around and I'd be like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for these beautiful mountain rocks that are on these walls. The energy is incredible. That's where you need to be when you're creating. Allow yourself to, even though you can't actually physically put your hands there, your soul, the greater part of you, that creator part of you, can feel it. And you need to allow yourself to go to that place. What does your new home smell like? What is the land that it's on? What is the smell? What does it look like? And use your third eye and really, really create with everything and go into that place where it feels so good to be there. I'm there now. I don't need, even though physically I can't take my body there yet, my soul, the powerful part of me, goes there. That's the creator part of you. And as you're going through that, if you suddenly stop, put on the brakes, and you go, okay, that's what I want now. Let me see if I can figure out how to... No, don't do that part. Stop right there. Stop. Don't go to that place of trying to figure it all out. The way to do it is the way that none of us have been taught. And it's so easy that we want to try to do the work for the universe, okay? So you get yourself, you're creating. And when you get to that place where your brain starts to kick back in and wants to try to figure it out, you stop and you let go. Hands up. Nope. We're not going to touch it. This creation is sitting right there before me. If I touch it, I'll mess it all up. Hands off now. Give it away. Give it to the universe. Give it to whoever your guides are. Just say, here, please take it now. I'm done creating it. I want you to take it. Put it on the refrigerator. Whatever. However you want to visualize it. And leave it alone. And sometimes you may want to go back in and create from that place again. You've got this beautiful visualization. Now you're like, okay, I'm going to go back in there. Oh, gosh, it smells and feels so good. I love it here so much. And when that brain kicks back in, you do it again. You say, nope, no more touching. It's now back on the refrigerator. And you keep on rewiring until the brain just says, oh, I've created something so magnificent and I'm just not even going to touch it. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let that beautiful inner creator of mine have full control. And that ego is just stepping aside now. The ego has learned, oh no, I can't get in the way of that higher self. The higher self's got this. I'm just going to rest. I'm just going to enjoy this peaceful place. I'm going to go build a hammock out there in the tree of her creation. And I'm just going to rest. Just envision it. It sounds crazy and it works. I promise it works. And I'm doing it myself. Even though I can see where I have created some really beautiful creations, create in my world. I know that I've done it. I see the evidence of it. It has come into physical form. I still have to practice this thing that I'm telling you to. My ego is very strong and likes to try to control and figure things out. No more controlling. You are powerful. If you could realize your own power, you'd realize that all you need to do is be like that creator that just says, okay, you're like the one that's in control of everything, the contractor. And you just say what you want to get in place. What is it that you want? And you feel it all the way and you create it in the most beautiful way. You step away and then you have this beautiful team that comes in and puts it all in place for you. You don't got to put it in place. You're the one that's in control. You're not going to see the contractor out there building those walls and paving that driveway. He has people to do it for him. You have a team to do the work for you. Imagine it that way if that helps. Just create, then step back. Make the blueprint. Be the architect. You're not going to build it. You're just creating it. Step back. Here's the blueprint. Now I'm done. Does that help? I get caught up in the religion, and I have faith, and oh, wait, I can't see. Good, Tammy. I'm so glad you're out there walking that doggy. And I have faith, and I am a believer. This is Kimberly. This pull is sometimes makes me unworthy, and I am whole and perfectly made just the way I am. Exactly, exactly. You know, we have this place where I was raised in the Christian faith too, and so we have this place where our religion can create a sense of guilt and lower vibration. How many times are we told that money is the root of all evil? How many times are we told that we aren't creators, that we're made to be small, that we're being controlled, that is the part of religion that is untrue. It really is untrue. Jesus very much walked the earth. Jesus was a metaphysician. Jesus walked on water. Jesus created wine out of water, created more food than just by breaking bread. There was plenty to go around. Imagine that. That's you too. Jesus came to teach you what you're capable of doing. So if you choose to be in that the way of thinking as you grow up, allow yourself to open to the real truth of it. Letting go of anything that's lower vibrational, remembering that religion was created by man, and man loved to control. We love to control. We have it in us to control. So through creating religion, it's not creating Christ. We are creating control. Let Christ be who he came here to be. The most amazing teacher, the most amazing guide, the most amazing love that you can ever imagine. When you allow yourself to do that, he comes in and shows you, allows you to feel his energy and realize how very alive he still is and how much he chooses to come back here and help us and teach us. That's above and beyond religion. That's a belief system that will change everything about you. It's so magnificently beautiful and perfect. Oops, I got a kid that needs me. So let's go ahead and finish this up, and then I'll call that kid. Let's go into some meditation. Put your feet down. I don't want to call it meditation again. I'm going to remind myself again. We're calling this stillness. We're going into stillness. We're going to imagine for a few minutes. Imagine a more beautiful earth. So just for a second, take a big breath and feel that peace. When I said the name Jesus, he was like, hello. So I hope you can feel that energy of Jesus. It's really beautiful. Yeah, feel him right now, Kimberly. Calling in Archangel Michael to protect each one of you in your homes and those that are in your home. He's like, gotcha, got your back, always. That's a strength. There's a strength that comes in with Archangel Michael. And Jesus just comes in. He knocks on the door, and then he just comes in with this overwhelming love right into your heart. You might feel heat in your hands because that's that healing energy. The healing hands comes through. So bathe in that for just a second. Just open up your heart and let that love in. There's no death, there's no worry in this space. Eternal beings, we are all eternal beings with the power to heal one another, with the power to heal ourselves, with the power to channel energy from the healers through us to others. Imagine that. We are beautiful creators of energy on the planet that changes things. Money isn't the fix for this. Money doesn't fix. Money just makes a mess of things most of the time. We're talking about energy. Money is not the first thing. Energy comes first. When you can learn to hold that energy, when you can learn to manifest with style, then you've got something. Then you've got it figured out. Everything physical was energy first. So allow yourself to sit there and bathe in this beautiful energy, feeling it wrap around you now. Angels, your guides coming in to show you what energy feels like. The energy of the Creator, that's you. Feel it wrap around you now. And in this space where you feel that beautiful energy, the power that exists within you, what is the one thing right now, just one thing, that you would like to create today or just in this near future. So start small. What is something that you might like to have show up in your world? It might be love, and of course it's always love. That's the root of everything. Is there something else that you'd really like to see? Focus on it in this place of the Creator. Focus on it happening. This is your manifestation mode. You can sit in this energy for days if you like, if you can hold it. And as you sit in this energy of the Creator, it's beautiful. They're giving you such a gift today. We're thanking the angels and Jesus, everyone that's come forth to give us this beautiful gift of the energy of the Creator, reminding you of who you are today, reminding you that you are the Creator. Look around you. What a beautiful world you're creating. Keep on. It's time for us to step out. It's time for us to be the power on the earth that creates beauty and peace and bliss for every inhabitant. Health, strong health. Don't focus on all that negative stuff the news throws at you today. Focus on how amazing you are when you focus on what's beautiful, what's blissful. Everything that comes out of love, that's what you're creating, and that's what you came here to do. You create from love. Asking Archangel Michael to open that crown chakra and asking Source to come in, God to come in and just fill you with unconditional love today that you can then take forth today and share out with those around you. Allow that filling. There's heat right over the head. You feel it come down. And it flushes right down through every one of your chakra centers in that spine, clearing away any blocks, any cords, any attachments, removing them, asking Archangel Michael to take them away. Do what needs to be done. They're not yours to hold on to anymore. Just let go of all that negativity. Relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your forehead, letting the energy flow all the way down to your toes. And all that darkness and all of that negativity flows right down into the earth. And the earth recycles it all. She says, thank you. And she just takes it all and she recycles it. And then all this beautiful new energy comes right back up into your feet. Take a big breath, pull it all the way up to your crown. Feel that heat coming all the way up your legs, coming up your spine, all the way up, bringing health and vitality, bliss, abundance, all good things, and mostly unconditional love. All the way up. Feel it going through all of your chakras. Lots of you got a lot of energy in the throat, clearing away any negativity, letting go, allowing you to find the voice of the angels within you. Letting those angels speak through that beautiful voice of yours, clearing away anything that's holding you back. Big breath. Feels nice. Thanking all the angels. I want you to start to come back into your physical if you've stepped out. Feeling your toes and your feet. Feel your energy as it lights up. Every one of your pores is shining now. You're just all sparkly and beautiful. What a beautiful bath in golden energy we've received today. Thank you to Source, to God, to the angels, to Jesus, to Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. Anyone else, Kuan Yin, anyone else has come in, to all your guides, to all your higher selves. I am blessed by you daily, and I thank you so much for being a part of this. Love and light to you too, also. Julie, take good care of yourselves today, you guys. Just be in this bliss as much as you possibly can. The bliss is what's creating a more beautiful planet, so hold on to it. Share it out. I love you so much. Take good care of yourselves today. Please check back in tomorrow morning. I'll be back at 10ish again. We have Silent Mystics tomorrow at 3:30 also, so looking forward to that. Take good care of yourselves today. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. Carol, another Carol, two Carols. Thank you for joining me. Take good care today. You're so welcome, Julie. If you'll share this out, it'd be great. We got to keep this love flowing. So share it out wherever you can. Take good care. I love you guys. Bye. Thank you, Kimberly.